Could Greg Kelly be the next Eric or Don Jr.? Very possibly. I think sometimes, depending on how hard he works, Trump probably likes him better than he does his own kids. But no one could replace Ivanka, no matter how hard they try. And boy, do they. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene responding. Apparently, her rights were violated because she was heckled when she went to New York. And she's going to tell us why she went. And Captain Double Butt Crack Forehead is going to stare at her confused the entire time.
So it looked pretty crazy in New York yesterday. And of course,
yeah. New York's usually such a sedate little Cincinnati type town.
Crazy was the whole point of this, to terrify swing voters into never voting for Donald Trump. What was
the fuck are you talking about? Is that why? That's why Marjorie Taylor Greene came to New York, to terrify swing voters. Good job.
What's it like? Well,
thanks, Joe.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia was there for the arraignment. And before she arrived, the mayor of the city, already failed just a year into office, Eric Adams, described her as a criminal and implied he would punish her if she misbehaved. Meanwhile, actual lunatics showed up and prevented her from speaking. Watch.
Sir, can I ask what those are for?
So we hear that Marjorie Taylor Greene is coming to the city right here. So we brought some whistles to hand out to people to drown her out with some noise.
And apparently there were a bunch of people there that agreed with that and said, yes, why, thank you. I'd love a whistle. Why should I have to yell at this moron the entire time she's here? I might hurt my own throat. Is there a simpler, easier, more comfortable way? Have you tried one of these? Does anybody remember? Hold on. Yeah, they still make these fucking things. They call them, yeah. Whistle candy. Hold on. Chupa-Lupa Melody Pops. Hold on. Good Lord. It's just like boxes and boxes of these fucking things. They didn't call them Melody Pops when I was a kid. But you'll see what I mean. Hold on one second. These guys right here, like Whistle Pops. Remember those, like in the 80s when those first came out? Let's see. Yeah, they were just called Whistle Pops. Yeah. Old school candy, childhood memories. That's it. Yeah. In this one, they still call them Melody Pops, but they were called Whistle Pops when I was in school. And they weren't, and Chupa-Lupa didn't put them out. They were, some other candy company. They probably just bought them and changed the wrapper. I would have handed those out. You know what I mean? Because then you like blow on them while she's there, and then afterwards you get a nice treat, and you could eat the evidence. Oh my God. And the language people are using in New York all of a sudden.
That's a sitting member, an elected member of the Congress. Everyone can see where this is going. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yes, back to Georgia's where it's going. It's not her fucking district, dum-dum.
Joins us tonight to recount what she saw in New York yesterday. Congress,
tell us your New York story. It's horrible. The crime, people don't stop and wave when you're driving. Tell us the story, if you will, please, ma'am. Give me 1 second. Yeah, there you go.
Thanks so much for coming on. What was that like?
Thanks. What was it like?
Well, it was absolute chaos, and that's what the mayor of New York City wanted to happen to me. You see, he threatened me and basically put out a dog whistle for violence against me.
Oh, my God.
And then there was a funded text.
Dog whistle, you say? Why would anyone put out a dog whistle about you? What is that? Could you hear them?
Alert that went out naming me by name and telling people to do exactly what that man was doing, hand out whistles and try to create a chaotic scene of violence and assault. And that's against the law, by the way, Tucker. You see, they didn't want me to be able to protest and use my First Amendment rights, and they wanted violence. I think they wanted that to happen.
And yet They must be disappointed it didn't happen. So sad.
Because they want to repeat January 6th all over again.
What? They do? That was your people, stupid.
They want all of us Trump supporters, MAGA, basically Republicans and just good Americans to look like criminals. And that's what.
No, I think they just wanted you to fuck off, honestly. By the way, you never look like a criminal. You're always a woman to me. Oh, come on. You can't expect me to not show up when Margie's here. Come on, Large Marge. I miss you so much. We used to hang out all the time. You're the apple of my eye.
What they do in
I can't eat apples, obviously. I can drag 2 grooves in them, but I cannot eat them. No, whatever. Anyways, I just like the pits.
communist countries. And that's actually what we're seeing today.
Oh, my God. Communist New York? That's terrible. What you didn't have to take the bus, did you?
Well, the first thing to do, of course, is take away your freedom to speak. And if you can't
Yes, they took it
say
away.
what you really think, then you're not a free person, you're a slave.
That's right. You can't. And if they don't have the right to blow whistles, their right is taken away. And when you have a clash of rights, I suppose it ruins your publicity stunt.
And once you are, then there's really nothing they can't do to you. Do you think?
Well, there's a lot of things they can't do to her. I mean, she's got strong thighs.
People understand the implications of not allowing someone to speak?
Are you threatening the people of New York? Basically, if they don't let her blather in, like, come up to their city where she don't live and yell whatever the fuck she wants, and if she don't do it, if they don't let her do it, what, you gonna show up with guns next time, fuckhead? Is that what we're saying?
I don't think they do. I don't think people realize what dangerous times we're living in.
Oh, these are dangerous times.
You see, the Democrat Party, they're the fascists. They want to
That's right, they are. They're some of the fascist people I've ever seen. They can run, man. She's a little slowish.
cancel our voices. They want to censor us, and they want to completely force us into complying. You see, the reason why...
Force you into complying. Sorry, but you went to their district, right? You're a congressional representative from another district, and you went there. Were you trying to force compliance through threats, intimidation, and by bringing a crowd up there? Didn't you invite a giant crowd of people to show up in their district from other places?
They're prosecuting, or should we say persecuting.
You should probably say persecuting. It's easier. Prosecuting sounds like prostituting, and that makes some people uncomfortable, Lauren Boebert.
Donald Trump is for the crime of actually winning the 2016 presidential election.
No, I think it's because he fucked that porn star, and they were all jealous.
That's what they're in
It's jealousy. That's what it is. For that Karen McDougal. Ooh, buddy.
hysterics over, and they've never gotten over it. But what they really want...
Well, I think that I have to say, yeah, you're probably right that they still got some scars from that. But I do know some people who feel a lot better after 2020. As a matter of fact, some people have even said that his loss in 2020 made them feel so good it made 2016 worth it. Like letting that asshole think he was president for 4 years. And then, I mean, I'm quoting them. It ain't something I believe. I love you.
Want to do is once they remove their top political opponent, which is President Trump, they're going to come after all of us. This has happened repeatedly.
All right. Well, I think they got to get to DeSantis next. And by the way, you're putting Tucker to sleep with your hypnotic gaze. I myself feel myself getting sexy drowsy.
Throughout history, and people need to wake up to the reality of the danger we're living.
Yeah, wake up, Tucker. That's what she's saying to you. She saw you dozing off.
Really quick, since you were just there, but...
Yeah, really quick, because we don't want you on for a long
Mayor
time.
Adams described New York as, quote, his home. How did his home look? Pretty neat and tidy?
It was a shithole, Tucker. You live there, you know.
No, his home is disgusting.
Oh, it's filth. The whole city is ass. Ugh, I hate the whole fucking place. They have, like, have you seen Trump Tower? What a gaudy monstrosity.
I compared it to what I called Gotham City. The streets are filthy. They're covered with people. Basically,
they're covered with people. It used to be where America, where the streets are paved with gold. Now it's America, where the streets are paved with people, whatever. And it's a bumpy ride, but and you can barely have a conversation in the car without people going, hey, shh, be quiet. Ow, ow, hey, ow, hey, ow, hey, ow.
Dying on drugs. They can't even stand up. They're falling over.
Well, I mean, it's good drugs, I guess.
There's so much crime in the city. I can't
How much crime is there? I love this one. Tell me the punchline. Go ahead.
comprehend how people live there.
You can't comprehend. That's not funny. I was hoping for something better. There's so much crime in the city. The cop stuck me up. Something like that. I don't know. I got to work on it.
It was repulsive. It smells bad. And
You do realize that if you get one of them wipes and do your upper lip like this, that smell will magically go away.
I think it's a
I have found.
terrible place.
Yeah.
Yes, New York is a terrible place. It's hideous. And you can see, as awful as it is, why Trump made it his home for so long.
With some nice people, I will say that. Congresswoman.
With some nice people like me, is what he's saying. And by the way, I ain't never been to New York City. I'm excited about the idea. I mean, I've seen them specials about the Son of Sam, and it makes me nervous or whatever. Not because I think it's got a lot of crime, but I feel like the whole place looks like very sepia tone. Know what I mean? Like, I feel like when I land in New York, it'll be kind of orangey gray. And there'll be people walking around in front of burning trash cans. And Snake Plissken will come out and go, call me Snake. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. Maybe I want to go now. Shit. Thank you, Water Goddess. She says, Ficus, I love you, and I forgive you anything, baby. Oh, that's very sweet. So, yeah, New York, the city's so awful, they named it twice. New York. Yeah, so she's like, I fucking hate it. It's gross. This place is nasty. It's sick or whatever. And that's where Fox News' headquarters is. All right.